Another interesting character talks in this verge of events. He is called Jabali. A lot of us might not have heard about this person. So,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. So Jabali talks. Jabali is one of the Brahmins in the court of Dasaratha. And he only appears in this episode, and after that you will not find references to Jabali, or neither before this. There are so many characters in Valmiki Ramayana who just give a guest appearance and go. So, but the conversation that happens here is very, very thought-provoking. So Jabali interferes and says, "What are you talking like a covert person, Rama? Your father has passed away. Yeah, you have given a word to your father, but your father has passed away. And you need to have, as a king, you need to have some level of detachment as well. You cannot just keep crying for people who have gone, who have ascended to the heaven, to the other worlds, and ignore your duties here on the earth, right? So don't be that kind of a person. Detach yourself. Look at it as your duty that you need to come to Ayodhya and start ruling Ayodhya, because it is your duty. And yeah, I know you have given a word to Dasaratha, but Dasaratha is not here anymore. And the person who was supposed to become the king, like Bharata, he himself is saying that he doesn't want to become the king and you are the right person. And above all, the citizens of Ayodhya want you to become the king. When so many people are saying this, why are you entrapped in the thing called righteousness, truth, I have given a word, all these things? Enough is enough. You are not, whatever you have learned, right? Put that in the back burner for a second and think practically, think logically. What is good for you? What is good for your family? What is good to the city of Ayodhya and the kingdom of Kosala? That is what he says. And Dasaratha means nothing to you. Dasaratha was your father. He is not your father anymore. His soul has ascended to heaven, and he will probably take rebirth in future. When that happens, he is nothing to you. Nobody even knows what he was in the previous previous life and next life. So your relationship or your attachment with Dasaratha has already been broken, and you are offering these last rites to him. Do you think a dead man will really come and eat all these things? No, but nothing like that will happen. So just get out of this mindset of, okay, my dad, my word, my this thing, my attachment to him, my truthfulness. All those things, put them to back burner. Come, don't behave like this. Be detached, and it is also very important for the king to be little detached. So show that side, wake that side of personality up and come back to Ayodhya. That's what he says. And father is only a reason for you to come into earth. Once you are on the earth, you're by yourself. You came all by yourself. You came alone to this world, and you will also go alone from this world. So the strings of attachment are just making you, it's all a kind of confusion and maya around you. Break those things and then come out of it and do what is necessary at this moment for the people of Ayodhya and for you. And he counsels him in a very logical way. So don't you think it is very normal, very common to have this kind of line of thought when we are confused, right? Sometimes we also think, yeah, this is probably right, but this is difficult to do. I will take a shortcut. I will do which is easy, which will give me results which will give me results quickly, right? The right path will be longer path with difficulty and all that. But we choose the one which is short. That is very, very natural, and a lot of times when we have this kind of confusions, we tend to take the shorter route, easier route. But then we will see what Rama says. Is in the name of logical argument, you are coming up with something which makes absolute no sense. This is nonsense. Whatever you are talking is absolute nonsense and 100% outside of the line of dharma and truth. And truth alone will sustain, or truth alone will flourish in the world. So today I might become a king and I might start enjoying all the riches of Ayodhya and all those things. But You might think that this is a shorter route. I can become the king and everybody will be happy. And anyways, people are also asking. I'm not the only one becoming greedy of the kingdom and coming back to Ayodhya. People are also asking. It sounds very logical from your side. It may have all the elements that everybody wants to listen, but you are behaving like an atheist. He uses the word atheist. I was really surprised that a thing called Nastikavadam was also there in the time of Ramayana. Atheism means, does anybody know what is atheism? Yeah?
Atheism is that where you don't believe in God.
Yes. That's all right. So, no belief in God. But I had a doubt whether they were referring to God or not in this chapter, because in nowhere there is a concept, what they are discussing. Yeah.
They might be discussing as if like you just don't believe in like this, because like atheism can be like used as a synonym to like doubting things and stuff like that.
Yes, to the concept of dharma. So atheism also has another meaning, that whoever denies Vedas, whoever doesn't trust Vedas is also called as an atheist. Probably that is what Rama is referring to in this point, because here they're not discussing about God, right? They're not discussing about Ishvara or anybody else. So, but it was very interesting to see somebody is talking like this in Ramayana, and he says, you're exactly talking like an atheist, which is not in accordance with dharma, and he talks about the importance of truth, abidance to the truth. If you don't abide to the truth, then there is no purpose of your existence itself, and you are punishable. If you are not upholding the truth, then you are punishable. And if a king is doing this kind of behavior, showing this kind of behavior, the entire kingdom will be like this. Kingdom will also lower in its standards. You will really see the difference between the kingdom that is running with dharma as basis, and the kingdom that is running with adharma as basis when we talk about Lanka in Sundarakanda. When you talk about Lanka, that is the kingdom of Ravana, you will clearly see how the descriptions of Ayodhya are completely opposite to the descriptions of Lanka. Right? So he says that this is not appropriate of you. First of all, my father should be held responsible for appointing someone like you as a priest in the court of Ayodhya. I don't even know how you made it to our Ayodhya kingdom and the court of Ayodhya. You are talking utter nonsense, which is totally against dharma. So and he is very very angry. Rama is angry at this point. Angry, there are not like the way he becomes angry when Sita is lost, not that level of anger, but he's irritated, he's agitated. He was not agitated when he was asked to leave Ayodhya and go on exile for 14 years. But when something like this, which is not dharma, is happening right in front of his eyes, he cannot really take it. That is what that is the character of Rama, right? And then he says, enough is enough. This is not going to happen. You may paint this entire thing to be very logical and very nice, but you cannot win an argument like this with me. And then Vasishtha intervenes and says, no, don't get angry with him. He is only trying to somehow get you into Ayodhya. It is not that he doesn't understand what is right or wrong. He does, but people are so desperate to get you back into Ayodhya that they are trying every possible way. They are trying to tell you to get detached. They are trying to tell you, people are also in a state that if you ask them, they'll make you a promise that they will still abide by the law or by righteousness, even though if you break this promise. So people have reached that state, and in that state, everybody is trying their best to get you back. So that is what is happening. And then Jabali also says, yeah, that is exactly what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to somehow get you into Ayodhya. Make you step into Ayodhya, and I want to see you as our king. So that is why I said this. So this entire episode is like Jabali is none other than one trail of thought in our head, right? Lot of times when you have this option, oh, nobody is watching me, I can do something and get ahead faster, but that is not right. But since nobody is watching me, it's okay, I will do it. So that kind of thought process, every time it creeps into your mind, and we get tempted to it. There's nothing wrong to get tempted to it, but then you have to sit with a clear mind and weigh in the rights and wrongs and then take a decision. So it is like one of your thought processes coming out of your brain and talking to you. That is the, and Valmiki has given a character to it, a person to it. Because if you look at this entire argument, we wouldn't expect, or Bharata or Vasishta, none of these people with that stature can come to this level and talk, right? So Valmiki really cannot bring this. Maybe Valmiki is trying to teach people that this is very natural, but don't give in to the temptation. And he's doing that through Jabali. I might be totally wrong. There might really be a person called Jabali, and this might have totally happened. But when I was reading through it, I felt so. So that conversation happens. Now